right, guys, keep the good news coming. Matt and Jay, over to you.
We'll try to keep the good news coming if we can. I'm not really thinking about getting through today and tomorrow. I'm thinking about the end of the week and that 70s weather that's coming back. That's going to be wonderful. Your word for the day, your weather word. Our weather's gonna have a serious comeback later in the week. I'm thinking that's going to be your weather word today. I'm thinking of it in a different sense. Comeback.
Yes.
Okay. You know what I mean.
We're chipping away at it.
We are.
Slowly but surely. Not just the weather, but
one run at a time.
One run at a time. That's right. Keep me updated, by the way.
I will. You know I will, Matt.
There. All right. Live look CSU cam right now. This is lake effect cloudiness. We've just got the general moisture, which is abundant in the atmosphere. Cold air aloft. Boy, if this was November and we had this kind of air mass coming in with this much moisture, we would have problems. But most of it rain. That's the good news. I've been showing this graphic since Saturday morning. We're forecasting 43 degrees today. It looks like we hit 43 degrees. And so looking back in time, the average first high at 43 degrees isn't until Halloween. But this is the earliest we've been this cold in a fall season since 1992. You have to go all the way back to 1964 for when it was colder this earlier in this season. So this is some rare cold air. This isn't normal for this time of year. If you just moved here and you're like, what did I do? That's not the case. We're fine. We'll get beyond this, but we've got to get through it first. We're in the upper 30s right now. That brisk wind continues out of the west. The waves are choppy out over the lake, to say the least, and that's producing wind chill values in the 30s. We've had some 20s. Well, actually, we have a 20 right now. That's a new number coming out of the Mansfield area. It is just a chilly evening. A good evening to be indoors. Hot soup. Boy, beef stew sounds good tonight with some cornbread. How about that? All right, we've got lots of rain moving in. This is another trough. We had something similar 24 hours ago. This just shifts the wind and it brings renewed moisture across the lake. Some of these yellows you see, that's some heavy rain, perhaps picking up some snow in the upper elevations there. But you can see that we've got just downpours coming into areas of Menor right now, Painesville, Perry, over towards Geauga County, picking up perhaps some wet snowflakes. Another burst coming into Medina along 71 there. It is just a run of the wipers kind of evening. Lots of spray on area roadways, so take it slow. Another wave of moisture. This will be with us all evening. We should get a nice break with that, and then we'll see the last little breath of this storm system as we get into the daytime tomorrow. But this cold air, it's not just for us. It's all the way down to the Gulf Coast. They've got freeze watches and warnings all the way down to the panhandle of Florida again. They're shivering down there. You know, they don't handle it quite as well. Still some lake snows up towards Marquette. But fall and warmer temperatures are going to make a comeback to Northeast Ohio as we've got this warm air that'll be pushing in. It's been nice out west, but we're about to flip the script. It's going to get cold out west and warm out east, and that's the way we like it, especially this time of year. National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. Let's talk about our lake effect tonight. The banding will continue, especially out east in the snow belt, but it'll continue in our secondary snow belt as well. Mainly rain, wet snow in the higher elevations. Can we get a slushy coating to maybe an inch? Certainly could, especially out east. Notice the rain's still with us for that morning rush hour tomorrow, becoming a little bit more scattered as we get in the daytime, but I think a day very similar to today. By evening, though, that's when we start to see the changes. Notice how this lake effect starts to break down. Wind shift a little bit out of the southwest. That'll put everything up towards Buffalo. In terms of cold mornings, we're not talking freeze tonight because the clouds and the rain help to keep our temperatures up. But by tomorrow night into Thursday morning, this is our cold spot. May get below freezing in spots. Will likely, I would imagine, have a freeze watch out of this as well. Coldest overnight temperature we've had so far this season, 38 degrees. So this will by far be the coldest morning, Thursday morning, waking up. And then look at that. High clouds around on Thursday. Pretty cloudy day, but at least we'll be out of the lake effect. Snowfall forecast. Again, this is slush, but could get maybe a coating, maybe a couple inches out towards Geauga County. I would stretch that into inland areas of Ashtabula County as well. Again, much like what we had last night, we did have some slick surfaces out towards Lake County last night. More of the same. It's mainly a nighttime issue this time of year. That sun does wonders, even if it's behind the clouds. Union Home Mortgage, 7-day forecast, 44 tomorrow, 50 on Thursday, and then we bounce back. Friday looking great. Weekend looking better, and we stay there through next week. It does look like we cool down beyond that, but boy, what a nice warm-up, a well-deserved warm-up as well, and I just have a feeling that those fall festival areas are going to be packed this weekend, so get your tickets now if you have to.
Yeah, with weather like that, you bet. Okay, Matt, thank you.